Liverpool's dream transfer, the Jadon Danns opportunity. In the fast-paced world of football transfers, January can often feel like a month of waiting for the big moves to fall into place. Fans are left with a mixture of anticipation and frustration, hoping for marquee signings, yet often finding themselves holding their breath for late-stage surprises or quiet moves that could pay off in the future. Liverpool's summer transfer strategy, under the direction of Richard Hughes, has always been one that takes a measured and calculated approach. The club's scouts and decision-makers are not typically swayed by the January rush, preferring instead to look for opportunities that align with the long-term vision for the team. The upcoming days could present a rare exception to this trend. However, with the possibility of a dream transfer that may go under the radar for many, but ultimately prove to be a masterstroke for the club's future. This potential move involves Jadon Danns, a young and talented player who could make a significant impact at Anfield in the long run, albeit in a manner that many wouldn't expect. The rising star. Jadon Danns. Jadon Danns has become a name on the radar of numerous clubs looking to secure the services of young, exciting talent with potential. Playing for Blackburn Rovers in the Championship, Danns has showcased his ability, showing promise in both creative and defensive roles on the pitch. His raw talent and versatility have made him a standout player in the second tier of English football, and with his performances, he has caught the eye of clubs across the league. While many may not yet know the full extent of his capabilities, Danns' development trajectory has been strong enough that higher-tier clubs like Liverpool are keeping a close eye on his progress. What makes this move even more intriguing for Liverpool fans is the connection Danns has with the club's growing network of young talent. It's well known that Liverpool has always emphasized youth development, and there is a strategic focus on creating pathways for young players to eventually make the step up to first-team football. The idea behind acquiring a player like Danns is that he could not only provide depth to the squad, but also serve as a crucial element in Liverpool's long-term planning. A potential partnership with Owen Beck, currently thriving on loan at Blackburn, could be one that allows the club to nurture two of its brightest talents in an environment where they can form a strong partnership in the Championship. This would be similar to how many of the club's current stars, including Trent Alexander-Arnold and Curtis Jones, have been carefully integrated into the first team after honing their skills through loan spells and developmental programs. The importance of strategic loan moves. It's easy to overlook the significance of loan moves in the modern football landscape. However, Liverpool's model of integrating young players into the senior squad after successful loan spells has proven to be highly effective. Players like Ryan Brewster, Marko Grujic, and most recently, Owen Beck, have all been sent out on loan to gain valuable first-team experience, and those who have excelled have been given the opportunity to step up into Liverpool's squad. In the case of Danns, a move to a club like Blackburn Rovers could be seen as the perfect next step in his career. With the club fighting for promotion to the Premier League, Danns would get the opportunity to test himself against some of the best players in the Championship. He would also benefit from playing under an experienced coaching staff that has successfully developed young talent in recent years. For Liverpool, the potential benefits are twofold. First, they get to see Danns develop in a competitive environment, surrounded by other young players who are pushing for a Premier League spot. Second, with Owen Beck already at Blackburn, the two could form a powerful partnership that could eventually translate to the first-team picture at Liverpool. While many fans might be disappointed by the lack of flashy, headline-grabbing signings in January, this particular transfer could be a long-term strategic win. Building a core of young, talented players who are already familiar with one another could give Liverpool the edge in years to come, setting up a new generation of players who could dominate for a decade or more. A dream scenario for both Danns and Liverpool. The most exciting aspect of the potential move for Jadon Danns is the perfect alignment of his personal goals and Liverpool's broader strategy. For Danns, joining Blackburn would offer him the chance to play for a club where his father, Neil Danns, made a significant mark in his playing career. This personal connection to the club could give Dans additional motivation to perform well, as he carries on the family legacy while working toward reaching the Premier League with Blackburn. At the same time, joining Blackburn would allow him to remain close to home, avoiding the upheaval that comes with moving to a new city or country. This would be beneficial not only in terms of his comfort, but also for his development as a player. The familiarity of the region, the presence of family, and the support system available would help Dans focus on his football and continue his rise through the ranks. For Liverpool, this move is an investment in the future. By placing two of their brightest young prospects in an environment where they can grow and develop alongside one another, the club is building a foundation for the next generation of players who will form the core of their squad for years to come. It's a forward-thinking strategy that has the potential to pay dividends, ensuring that Liverpool has the depth and talent to compete at the highest level for years to come. The impact of LeBron James's seismic deal in the NBA on the other side of the sporting world, Liverpool's owners, who also have significant stakes in other ventures, including the NBA, have been making headlines of their own. LeBron James, one of the minority stakeholders in Liverpool Football Club, was at the center of a seismic NBA trade that took place on a Saturday evening. The news that Luka Doncic, a generational talent, was being traded from the Dallas Mavericks to the Los Angeles Lakers sent shockwaves throughout the basketball world. For LeBron, this trade signifies a new era in his career, as he teams up with one of the brightest young stars in the game, Luka Doncic. Together, they could form one of the most formidable duos in NBA history, reminiscent of the days when Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant were the dominant force for the Lakers. The trade has immediately boosted the Lakers' title chances, as LeBron, despite his age, is still one of the best players in the game, and Doncic's arrival brings a new dimension to their roster. For Liverpool's ownership, this trade represents an incredible opportunity to capitalize on their investments in both football and basketball. The synergy between these two sports could prove valuable in creating cross-sport partnerships, broadening their global influence, and further strengthening their position as one of the most powerful and influential sports conglomerates in the Premier world. Conclusion. A year of change and excitement as we approach the final days of the January transfer window. Liverpool's dream transfer involving Jadon Dans may be one of those moves that goes under the radar in terms of media buzz, but its long-term implications could be profound. For the club, it's not just about strengthening the first-team squad in the short term, but about laying the groundwork for the future, ensuring that Liverpool remains a top contender for years to come. In the broader context, the seismic events surrounding LeBron James and the Lakers serve as a reminder of the interconnectedness of the world of sports. Liverpool's ownership continues to make waves both in football and beyond, and their involvement in basketball could have unforeseen benefits for the club's growth and development. Ultimately, while Liverpool fans may be left waiting for a transfer splash in January, the club's actions are clear. They are thinking beyond the immediate future, and the dream transfer of Jadon Dans could be just the beginning of a new chapter in Liverpool's quest for sustained success.